CockerhamCarterValenciaKunesh4. I'm with the Sierra Club. And who are you and what do you do?
My name's Paul. I work for the Creative Factory. I come from London and I'm working at the Creative Factory with Forever Swarm. So the Creative Factory, as you come in, it's a 2-day workshops where people have got projects to do for 2 days. They're briefed on today it's spiritualism, so they had talks this morning on spiritualism and faith, and then they had a day to come up with some creative concepts about spiritualism and faith, and try to create things visually. And so, whether it's art, poetry, imagery, so they come up with concepts. So rather than just writing blogs all day long, we're trying to get a creative, something visual.
So you're here with the Place to Be doing this?
Yeah, I'm with the Place to Be, but working for Forever Swarm as subs.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And would you be able to show us some of your artwork?
Yeah, well, most of the artwork is all around us, So at the present moment, we have, this is our printer. This is our super printer from Roland. Loaned us the printer. We've got all these this type of thing, very hard-hitting things, just big, serious lines. GDP, rest in peace. Buy less, value more. We're trying to have a little bit of attitude and a bit of street about it, rather than, we want a bit of attitude. So we've got some. So the idea, we're doing it on cardboard boxes to make it look like sort of recyclable. So it's sort of.
Very cool.
So that's the sort of lines. So these are lines, and then I've just created these because I'm also got a live collage. I work in collage. So I'm working during the day. I'm putting collage together, and as I do it, then I scan it. So this is something I've just put together. It's obviously you can see what it is.
Oh, that's cool.
So this is I'm going to do a set of these. So obviously this is. What do you think? What's it saying to you?
It looks like Brazil is being torn apart.
Deforestation, maybe?
Yeah. So that's it. Simple as that. And what it is, obviously, nice and simple. A 2-part comp. 1 picture, 2 pictures. Nice and simple. Job done. No fuss. Keep it simple. And what's this one saying then, girls? What do you think this one says?
So that's India.
What's India? What's happening in India?
Oil.
No, open cast mining, coal mining, open cast coal mining.
Wow, yeah.
So this is a mine, so it's mining into India. So that's the gag on that. So I'm going to do one for I'll do one for Europe, I'll do one for...
It's a series.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can, once you've got the idea, I'm sure you could come up with some ideas now. I mean, I've come up with the idea, so it's all about the idea.
Do you think everyone who comes to see your art should feel ultimately that they have been empowered to come up with their own ideas?
No, not when they come into our workshop. The idea is we have these seminars, these chats, and then our creative director, we speak to them and put them in groups and give them ideas, like show them things like this to stimulate them. And then eventually, hopefully, they can come up with their own original idea. It might be a board game, it might be a piece of poetry, it might be an opera. You know what I mean? Because we've got singers, dancers in there, but lots of different creative people.
Can you tell us a little bit about feedback that you've gotten, or has it been very receptive?
Absolutely amazing. I mean, we are in that. Maybe if you have a chance, you should pop into the Creative Factory. But the people that attend every 2 days are just so overwhelmed. They just can't believe how much they've got out of it, and it's been incredibly emotional. Absolutely, it's just making everyone think differently, rather than. I mean, not when you watch the shows downstairs and debates downstairs, they're all very quite serious. But this is a bit of, it's fun, it's entertaining, but it's trying to, discuss, look at things in a different way, turn things upside down. So we've been doing this, and then obviously there's one set here which I've been based on 60s advertising. So the signature is 60s advertising, because in the 60s that's when consumerism first started, then the 60s to the 70s. So that's when, because consumption is climate change basically. That is basically what it's about, isn't it? If we didn't consume so much, there wouldn't be any climate change, in a nutshell. So consumption is climate change. So this is the starting point of, in our minds, that we thought 1960, 1970, the American population, fast food, the good life. So we did this one. So we've got the signature, and another one of washing powder, just polluting the sea.
Would you say that you have major artistic influences with pop art, or what would you say your influences are?
Well, it depends on the subject, really. This could be pop art. This is very pop art. I tend to do art that I want to put on my wall. I do art that I like. I don't do art. I mean, I like things quite bright, quite cheerful, you know, and I like everything to have an idea. There's no point in creating art that hasn't got any ideas. Pretty pictures are boring. You know what I mean? If you're doing this, it's got to be a statement. It's all about the idea, and then visually put the idea into some, you know. And then we've got the, you know, we did all these lines here, sort of. So we're trying to do that in a very sort of Sunday church, English Sunday church place.
But very direct as well.
Yeah, very direct, but fun. That's a bit pop art, but also people would put that on their wall because it's quite a bit of fun, isn't it? You know, you don't want, you know, and we like. So we've got this one over here, Newtopia. We should. You might have to get a bit closer. So it's just a play on Utopia. Clean, modern. What else we got? Yeah, well, if you want to, if you just walk around, I mean, obviously, all the posters in here and outside from the Creative Factory, from me and Chris. I'm Paul Beer, and it's Chris Aldous. And so, any questions?
Maybe just to close up, what do you think about the role of art in conservation?
The role of art, it's incredibly powerful, without any question. I mean, as you can see here, I like to think that it makes things more accessible to different generations, to younger people. You know, people are drawn in into the visual. Maybe they don't understand the message straight away, but they're drawn in by the graphic, and maybe it's something slowly that they see into it. You know, the images, things like this. You know, people, a teenager or may see that, and it takes maybe everyone gets their own message out of it. Don't they? You know what I mean? It's.
Would you say that art and these kind of expressions are more efficient than meetings and writing down papers?
Art is more efficient than. They can both work together. They both can work together. It's just something refreshing that we thought Place to Be would need, something a little bit different. Otherwise, you know, and something visual. Otherwise, it's all a bit grey, and lots of people on laptops, lots of people looking at iPhones all day long. You know, we wanted to be seen to be creating something and doing something visual.
So it is clear that we need a combination of those two.
I think so, don't you think so?
Yes.
I mean, I like going to art galleries, I like looking at books, I like music, I like poetry, I like film. So it's all these mediums, radio, film. It's not just words, you know. Words are great, but visuals are very powerful.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
That's cool. Okay.